What's up, everybody? It's Big Bear 2922, and welcome to the Bear Picks. Now, what's the Bear Picks? The Bear Picks is a new series I'm bringing to my channel dealing with it's football season. You know what I'm saying? It's football season, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to select several games that I feel that we can pretty much win money from. You know what I'm saying? Sports investing, sports books, stuff like that, adult stuff. And how we do it is we will attack them dealing with spreads, solo overs, over-unders, and player props. Yep, that's how we're going to do it. Yes, sir. Without further ado, let's get started with the first one. The first game on Saturday, this Saturday, which is week 0, at 12 noon, will be the number 22 Iowa State against number 17 Kansas State. They're playing in Dublin, Ireland. Yes, they're playing overseas, y'all. And honestly, I like Iowa State because they bring back their starting quarterback. I hope I'm not butchering it. Rako Beckett. You know, so he's a badass player. He's a cool ass player. He gets the job done. I'm telling you, with him, take him on for player props. If they allow passing and rushing combined together, you want to take him. You know what I'm saying? They bring back their running back, Carson Hansen. They also bring back their receiver, Chase Sowell. Yo, Iowa State is definitely gonna bring it. Also, Kansas State bring back their quarterback, Avery Johnson, who's also a good passing and rushing, quarterback. So if y'all want to use Avery Johnson, put him down also for passing and rushing combined. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, check that out. With that being said, I like Iowa State because Rako he's just a beast. He's just a beast. And the way I feel, I say this: you can attack the game several ways. Those who want to do it one way, you can do it another way. Me personally, the spread for this game is at 3.5. You know what I'm saying? Kansas State is favored by 3.5. So I would say I would take the spread. If you can, make it add 4 more, make it 7.5. I'll make it plus 7.5 and go with Iowa State and take the solo over. Okay, take the solo over. The over-under on this game is where you at. Ooh, Jesus, where are you? There it is. The over-under for this game is 51.5. So yes, you can take. I'll honestly say I would take the over. Those who want to do over, just the over only, take the over at 51.5. So my choice, if I was y'all, like I say, I would if whatever sports book you're dealing with or however, I will add 4 to that 3, make it 7. Make Iowa State plus 7 and take their solo over. Also, if you're feeling Kansas State, take Kansas State solo over. You know what I'm saying? And those who like the over-under, it's 51.5. I'll take the over. I will take the over. So that'll be for Iowa State and Kansas State. We will recap at the end of the video. But let's get on to the next game. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The next game is Idaho State versus UNLV. Now, UNLV is under a new head coach. The head coach leading the Rebels is Dan Mullen. They went 11-3. You know what I'm saying? Last season. They bring back quarterback Anthony Cordero, a transfer from Virginia, and Alex Orja, the quarterback from Michigan. He transferred over there, who's a dual threat. That's going to prove real interesting. Idaho State, what can you say? They're Idaho State. So this game here is it's a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? I would say the spread is 26 and a half. 26 and a half. Honestly, and they're playing in a dome. You know what I'm saying? They're playing in Vegas. That's where UNLV at, University of Las Vegas. They're playing in a dome. So if anything, if you're feeling froggy with that spread, 26 and a half, personally, I would take the solo over. Take the solo over. Okay? Take UNLV solo over. All right? We ain't going to spend too much time on it again. Come on. I mean, come on. It's Idaho State, UNLV. Come on. UNLV solo over. On to the next game. All right, everybody. The next game is Fresno State versus Kansas. The Kansas Jayhawks, that is, y'all. The Kansas Jayhawks. That's interesting. So Fresno State coming from California and coming over there to Lawrence, Kansas, on a Saturday at 6:30. The spread is 13, and the over-under is 50 and a half. Now, my understanding for Fresno State, my older brother went to Fresno State, you know what I'm saying, long eons ago, a long time ago. Well, he did play for Fresno State. Now, my understanding for Fresno State is that their starting quarterback is E.J. Warner. That's right, E.J. Warner. That last name sound familiar? That's Kurt Warner's son. Yep. NFL Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer, Kurt Warner, that one. NFL Network, Kurt Warner, yes, that one right there. That's his son, E.J. Warner. Okay, last season he threw for 2,710 yards, 17 TDs, 13 interceptions. Need to work on that. 62 completion percentage. Okay, at Rice. Oh, he was at Rice. Oh, okay, he did that at Rice. Okay, so this is his first season at Fresno State. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Real interesting. I would say, because Kansas, my goodness, what's Kansas got going on here, y'all? Let's see what Kansas got going on. Kansas bringing back overall passing it. They don't even say who the team leader for Kansas is. They probably got a whole overhaul. But for them to be favored by 13, and there's no info on Kansas, like, really? I would say, honestly, the safe bet, I would take Fresno State. I would take Fresno State solo over. Take Fresno State solo over. You know what I'm saying? It should be a good, clear day. They say it's going to be a good, clear day. No bad weather. Kurt Warner's son, you know, he got the pedigree. I just read off the stats. Work on them interceptions. I would say take Fresno State solo over. That's my pick for that. Fresno State solo over versus Kansas. Next game. All right, the next game, and this is the final one, is Stanford versus Hawaii. Stanford going over to Hawaii, and not for a vacation. The spread is 2.5. Hawaii's favorite, 2.5 over Stanford. The over-under is 50 and a half. I tell you what, my recommendation, take Stanford. If you can add, I say, if you can add 8 points to the spread with Stanford, I would, make it 10. Add 8, make it 10, and take Stanford solo over. Take the solo over with that game right there. That's how you're going to do it. That's how we're going to rock that. Okay? That's how we're going to rock that. So, let's recap, shall we? Let's recap. We can go. First things first, like I say, with Iowa State, I will say with Iowa State, they're +3. If you can add 7, make it 10. Make it 10. Make the spread 10. Make them +10 now. And take the solo over. Kansas State, if I was you, those who like Kansas State, take their solo over. Take their solo over. And if you're feeling froggy, If you're feeling froggy, the over is 50.5. Take the over, and if some bookies, some sports books or however, bring that down. If you can, if I was you, I would bring it down to 48. If you could bring it down to 48, 46. Now, when you do bring things down like that, you might have to put a little extra heavy. You know what I'm saying? Go a little extra heavy to help cover that fact that you brought it down. A little trick, okay? Next game. Next recap. UNLV. I already told y'all. Take UNLV. If you're feeling froggy, that 26.5. Now, like I say, if some of them books, you know what I'm saying, investors, however you call it, if they let you bring that 26.5 down, I would bring it down. I'll bring it down to 20. I would bring that thing down to 20. Okay, bring it down to 20. And like I say, put a little extra heavy to make up for that. Or just take UNLV solo over. Take this solo over. Or if you want to combine, bring that spread down and take this solo over. There you go. All right, that's for UNLV against Idaho State. It's Idaho State, people. And finally, the last one will be, I like Stanford. If you add 8 points to that, make it 10. It'll be 10.5. And take the solo over. Okay? You're going to take Stanford, make it 8 points, and take the solo over. All right? That's the recap. They haven't put up the player props yet, so sometime between now and Saturday, check the comments, and I'll put the whole recap and the player props that I like for the players for week 0. All right, leave me some comments. Let me know what you think of the picks. Do you agree with them? Do you don't agree with them? You know what I'm saying? This is my first one of for the college football season and NFL season, so each video will get better, and better. But this is my first one. I'm excited about it. Thank y'all for viewing. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you got that notification bell on solid. Smash up the likes. Welcome to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's a gaming channel, but I got all kind of different things for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the picks. Do you agree with them? Do you don't agree with them? Are you going to use them picks? And if you do use the picks, come back to the video. Let me know what you do. Did you win? Did you win something? Did you go, what, 2-1? 0-3? Or however. Let me know. And I'll be on the lookout. Thank y'all for watching. This is week 0 of the Bear Picks. Ground and slash. Let's win some money.